Hi everybody, and welcome to Tales from the Road, my adventures of traveling the highways and byways of the US and Canada, but never Mexico. Anyways, this little adventure, this little tale comes from when I was living in Nashville. I lived in Nashville for a few years, and when I first moved to Nashville, I lived on Music Road for a while on 16th Avenue South. And I lived in a building with actually two songwriters. One guy wrote songs specifically, and the other guy was actually a bass player and a songwriter. Anyways, the bass player is a guy I mentioned in another video, the guy with the golden rocket. Well, anyways, I come home one afternoon. I remember it was like 5 in the afternoon, and John says, "Hey Marcos, I need to go to the recording studio to cut some tracks for Albert Grossman." Now, Albert Grossman was Bob Dylan's manager, and I think, John was from New York, and so was Albert Grossman, and I think John had come to Nashville while he was living in New York. But anyways, I knew that this lady, Linda, he had to cut the demo for, I knew about her because he had told me once about her. He had some dealings with her. Well, anyway, she had come back to Nashville, and she needed to cut 3 demos with John to take back to Albert Grossman. I said, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Let's go do it. So the studio wasn't that far from the house. I had been to the studio before. We had custom tracks there before. It was a nice, relaxed atmosphere. We get there. He introduces me to Linda. I said hello. Then he introduces me to the guy who's going to play guitar. Now the guitar player, his name was Russell Smith, and he was the guitar player for the amazing Rhythm Aces. They had a big hit called Third Rate Romance. They had this song. They had a big hit like maybe a year earlier. Well, I don't know if Russell was the lead singer or if he was just a guitar player, but I think he was going to have some dealings with Linda too, because he wrote songs and he was trying to get some stuff to Albert Grossman also. So we get to the studio, like I said, and we start cutting the tracks. I believe we cut three songs, which was pretty standard for doing demos back then. They weren't that hard to do. And I think I knew some of the songs because John had played me some of his songs before. But I thought, so we knock them out, I don't know, maybe a couple hours. Seemed like it didn't really take that long, And so, that was just one of those little nice surprises. You come home, the guy needs you to do a recording session. You meet a guy from another band that, has a hit record. And, you never know. So Linda takes the tape back to Albert Grossman. And, it's one of those things I never heard any more about it. John never mentioned it again. And, eventually, John moved on. He left Nashville and went to LA. So I never knew what happened to that demo. In hindsight, I wish I would have got a copy of it. I didn't think to ask John for a copy of it, but that's okay. Anyways, it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed it. Bye-bye.